you're really well, and a massive Happy New Year to everyone. Sorry I've been away for so long. I don't really have any proper excuse other than Christmas and life has happened and it has been mad, but that's all cool because I've got loads of stuff to be telling you all about now. So I've jumped on here and I've been like scrolling down my lists of things to tell you because there's just so much gone on lately. So I thought I'd start off by telling you all about an event that I organised which happened in December, which was called SewCam, as in SewCam like Cambridge, because I live near Cambridge in the UK. And what I organised was like a social sewing day. So basically we had like a big hall hired with tables, all with like PowerPoint, so we could all just bring our sewing machines and our projects, just sew away all together, nattering, cup of tea, that sort of thing. So it was really cool. It started off with just being like a really casual, like, yeah, let's just hire a hall, split the cost between however many of us can fit in, and that would be really great. And it sort of snowballed from there, really. So I ended up just putting out some feelers to see if any like sewing brands, pattern designers, that kind of thing, if anyone would be interested in sponsoring in any way, shape or form. And I was just inundated with people keen to be on board with it, which was incredible. So we ended up having 30 of us in this big room and we all had a really great time. We had some awesome charity raffle prizes. So I did a charity raffle for the breast cancer charity called Copperfield, and we raised £222, which was amazing. In my head I was like, if we can raise £100, I'll be really pleased with that. I kind of was like, oh, imagine if we had 150. So when we raised 222, I was like, this is amazing. Everyone was so generous. And it sort of helped the fact that the prizes were so amazing. Various different brands. I'll put a link to the webpage because I put a page on my blog with all the different brands and details and everything that happened. Yeah, everyone, so many amazing prizes. So I guess it's really thanks to the people that bought the raffle tickets, so the people that attended on the day, and thanks to the brands that gave these amazing things. And we also had really cool goodie bags, had so many awesome things in the goodie bags, and people really genuinely seemed pleased with those. And I had Brother sewing machines. They really kindly loaned us 2 overlockers for the day, which were awesome. So we had like an overlocker station. So yeah, I got some massive rose gold balloons that said SewCam across the entire width of the hall, and we all had little Santa hats on, and yeah, it's just all, yeah, from just going from this like idea that we could just really casually hire a hall, split the cost, it kind of went crazy. So I have been asked by many people to hold another one. So the plan is that I'm going to hold another one later this year. So watch this space anyway. So yeah, that's all about SewCam. I don't think I've vlogged for like 2 months, maybe even more. So I had my birthday in November, so I feel like I've got to just show you a couple of the presents that I got that were like sewing related, and also my Christmas gifts that were sewing related, because I don't think you care about anything else. So for my birthday, fabric wise, I received this awesome Atelier Brunette Viscose with these tiny little squares. This is one of their new ones that they've brought out, and it's on the navy blue background, and it has these, they have the most beautiful like colour selections on their fabrics. So it's this navy blue and this sort of blush nudie pinky colour, and greens and like ochre mustardy colours. So that is absolutely stunning. So I think that needs to make a dress of some description. I'm going to do another vlog really soon as well with my Make 9 2019. So this might tie into some of my pattern selections for those. So yeah, maybe keep an eye out for my next vlog. So yeah, that's the fabric that I got for my birthday, which is crazy generous because this stuff isn't cheap. But what I would say is the quality is just, oh, you can just feel it. It is like the most buttery, soft, gorgeous, just amazingness. So that was from my mum. Yeah, I think that was my mum. Or my mother-in-law. I think it was my mum. One of them anyway. That's really bad that I can't remember that, but the start of November was ages ago. So that was the fabric I got. And then I also got a pattern. So my friends and family don't guess at these things. I do write a birthday list. I may be 33 years old, but sometimes you just need to write a list because otherwise people don't know what to get you. And especially when I want dressmaking things, people don't really know, you know, they're not into it, so they don't know. So I might as well just write a list. Anyway, I got the pattern for the Burnside Bibs, which I love. Emily from Self Assembly required, I think she's made a mustard yellow pair of these, and I just want some. So I don't know where that voice came from, but also I don't know what colour or pattern or anything yet, but yeah, so I really want to make some of these anyway because they're so cool. I'm really into dungarees and like overalls, as you know. So that's just like another one to add to the collection of overalls to make anyway, so that's amazing. Christmas, I didn't get loads that was sewing related because a lot of my family, we do not Secret Santa, but we limit what each of us spends on each other to like £20, and a lot of the idea behind that is that we can just have a laugh with the money as well. So quite a lot of us get really random things, so it's not necessarily when like my family goes out to buy something necessarily thoughtful or anything. It's not to say, though, they are thoughtful, but they're funny. So yeah, I got some really like nice things, but like weird funny things from my family. But my mother-in-law did get me some sewing related things that were still on, I think they were still on my birthday list from November. So this I've been lusting after for so long. Now this is a handcrafted clapper and point turner. I mean, look at that beauty. So this is from So Essential. I can't remember how much it is, but for a handmade crafted wood, like solid item like that, I think it's just awesome. So I really wanted one of these because I really wanted to get into trying making some coats. So I thought, I mean, you can use these on other fabrics as well, but I thought it would be especially good for coating. So you can sort of steam press your like seams and then clap, clap, clap. That's why it's called a clapper, right? So clap, clap, clap. So yeah, I just thought this is it's really pretty professional tool to have, but and it's just so beautiful. I mean, you can't feel this, but it's just so smooth. Really chuffed with that anyway because I've wanted it for so long. Yeah, so I feel proper professional with one of these. Sorry if you can hear Otis downstairs, his dad's looking after him, so that I'm sure there's complete chaos downstairs. So then I also just got a couple of other like little bits and pieces for my, for Christmas. So I've already broken this out of the packet, but this is like a chalk pen thing. I don't know if my thingy will focus on that. Yeah, so you put a little chalk in and you've got like a little pencil sharpener, so you can sharpen it to a really nice crisp point. And it also comes with different colours of chalk, so it's really nice because you just have the sharpness of like a pencil, but it's a chalk that you can mark onto fabric, and also to have the different colours depending on what colour your fabric is. So you can be really precise, and it's just a really handy tool to have. I've been eyeing one of those up for a while, so that was another thing. And then I've got one of these, it's called a hot hemmer. So it's basically this sort of piece of, it's not cardboard, sort of fabric-y cardboard I guess, but you can line that up against hems or seams or things that so you can fold your fabric over to whatever measurement you need it to be and then press. So that's all right to be pressed and ironed. So I thought that'd be a really handy tool to have as well. I love getting like really cool tools because it just makes your life, when you're sewing, it just makes your life like easier and things more of a breeze and enjoyable. So yeah, they were my actual gifts, but I had a little bit of money as well, so I decided to buy myself some goodies. So I've got, okay, I don't know what just happened downstairs. Okay, there's loads of carnage going on downstairs. I really hope you can't hear it. But so what I decided to buy for myself was this beauty that everyone has been talking about. So this is the amazing new book by the girlies from Named Patterns, and it's called Breaking the Pattern, and this contains, I don't know how many, a whole bunch of patterns in there. There they are, look. It's just a really top quality, gorgeous, like really stylish book of patterns. So I've been eyeing that up, and I kind of secretly hoped someone was going to buy it for me for Christmas, but no matter, I had some money, so yeah, I bought that. And already eyeing up some patterns, one of which I think is going to feature in my Make 9, so again, watch this space. So yeah, I bought that, and okay, I had some money but not quite enough to buy all of this stuff that I bought, but I treated myself because it was Christmas. So I went on a little binge on Sew Me Sunshine because she had some really cool fabrics that I have been eyeing up for a while, so I'll show you those. So first up is this mustard coloured viscose with this floral design on, and it basically, the pattern, oh, there we go, I'll try and do close up so you can see, is everything I love about patterned fabrics. So I love monochrome and I love illustration, there we go, and I love mustard, so it's sort of mixing the two together, and it's just a really pretty floral design, which I think will make, I don't know, I've got a couple, but I don't want to say too much because I think they're going to be in my Make 9. So yeah, I've got a couple of ideas, but I think it's got a lovely gorgeous drape to it on there as well. Yeah, just a really pretty one. And then secondly, I got a peach skin fabric that this was the one. This was, you know when you go shopping for fabric and there's the one, you're like, I want that one, I need that one. And then you're like, I also think I might have that one, I'm at it. So, but this was the one that I went on after. So it's this leopard print peach skin on like a grey background, and it is just so cool. Look at it. It's just so lovely. Okay, I do have an idea for this, and I think I might try making a deer and dome myosotis dress. I think that would look really cool because that's quite sort of gathered and girly and sort of flouncy and pretty. So I think mixing it with something a bit edgy like that would look quite cool. So yeah, they're my two fabrics that I bought from Sew Me Sunshine anyway, and I love them. They're a bit wrinkled as well because I've already pre-washed them because I got so excited when I received them. So they were straight in the washing machine. I promise I'll fold these after the video. And so yeah, they're the sort of gifts to myself that I've had from my birthday and Christmas. And then I'm just referring to my list because it's just so much to be talking about. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about things that I've been sewing lately. So I'm not actually wearing anything that I've been sewing, but this is new, this top. This is just a t-shirt that I just bought from Bowden. It came in the post yesterday. Yeah, it's really cool, look. I love this. It's just so bright and colourful. Anyway, yeah, so things that I've been sewing lately. Let's talk about sweatshirts because I have been on a mission. I think sweatshirts because of warmth and coziness, and like the Christmas period has been all about being snuggly and cozying in on the sofa with a film on. And also the second thing I love about sweatshirts is that they're quick sew, and I guess being mum of a toddler, I have very, very, very little time to actually spend on myself and sew. So I think sweatshirts are so brilliant to make because they're quite quick, and I've made quite a lot now, so I'm getting really quick at it. So I've been making, off the top of my head, I've made another I Am Zebre out of an Atelier Brunette, which was actually my project that I was making at SewCam, and yeah, so I've made that, and I cannot gush over that pattern enough. I love it so much. And yeah, I've made that, and I've made, I'll put some pictures up on here as well. So I've made a named Sloane sweatshirt as well out of another Atelier Brunette. And these are fabrics that have just been like lying in my stash for ages, just waiting to be used. I'm looking up there now. And I think it's made me, I think actually sewing one of the fancy fabrics that I keep in the stash, because you're too scared to cut them, you're too scared to do anything to them because they're so much money and they're so gorgeous that you couldn't cope with it if it all went pear-shaped. But I used one of them, and then I've got on a roll with them. So I'm using one of the Atelier Brunette Viscoses for something else at the moment as well. So I've just kind of braved up to it and thought, what's the point? What's the point in leaving these things in the stash to just sit there and gather dust? There is no point. You spend really good money on these things. So I'm just deciding to just do it. So yeah, so I've got two Atelier Brunette sweatshirts, the I Am Zebre, the Sloane sweatshirt, and over the Christmas period I got really excited just before Christmas. I was inspired to make a red dress to wear for Christmas Day, and it was a True Bias Nikko dress, which was a little bit of a scary make, in that it's quite a figure-hugging dress. I don't know why, I just came over thinking, yeah, I can do this, I can wear that, I can so do this. So I just decided that's what I was going to do, and I was going to make one, and it was really nice actually. I think I can only wear it on those days where I'm feeling super confident, and not days where I'm feeling at all menstrual or bloated or puffy, or they've just got to be when I'm feeling at my finest, shall we say. But I love the dress, it's really nice actually. So yeah, that was really cool. And I think since November I don't know if I've shown you actually, I made a teal coloured pair of Jenny overalls, which are awesome. I've cropped them as well, so they're really nice. I wear those quite a lot. And I made, this was cool, I made a Megan Nielsen, one of her new patterns called a Jarrah jumper, and I made the version, I think it was version C it's called, and it's got these ties up the front, so I made that. And then I had some fabric left over, so I made a Brindille and Twig miniature jumper for Otis out of the same fabric, so we can be matchy-matchy. So I made that, I think that was like November, and he's too big for it now, so this is why I haven't made things for him before, but that was the first proper thing I've made for him. So yeah, they're things I've been making, and what I'm doing at the moment is I'm making a Selkie Patterns London dress, which is, if you've not heard of Selkie patterns, they're really new out, they've just launched. So yeah, I'm making the dress version of the London pattern. So that's on the go at the moment, and I'm making I'm not really sure if it's Sew Over It or Lisa Comfort branded, one of the two, cocoon coat. So that came with the first edition of the Lisa Comfort magazine. So I'm making that out of this really cool peachy coloured coating that I bought from Ray Stitch ages ago. So there's so much sewing related going on, and there's so much more to tell you, but that's really cool because that means I'll vlog some more really soon. So I'll be back again really soon. Another reason, sorry, I'm not making excuses here, but another reason I haven't been vlogging that much as well is because I only really like to film in daylight. I have got some like artificial lights, like lighting, but I just don't, it just looks a bit cold. I don't really like the look of it anyway. So I like to talk to you in the daylight anyway. So I have to wait for weekends to film because in the daytime I'm at work. So yeah, hopefully when the summer rolls round, I'll be able to like film in some evenings and stuff as well, which makes life a bit easier. So yeah, I hope you've liked hearing all of that. I feel like I've totally just unloaded all of this sewing stuff onto you, but hopefully you've enjoyed listening anyway. So I'll be back again really soon with Make 9. I'll be reviewing my Make 9 2018 and talking about my picks for 2019, and I will be talking to you about all my sewing plans and goings on and everything. So yeah, I hope you all had a really good Christmas. I should have said this at the start. We actually had a really good Christmas. Before Christmas we had a really awful run of illness with Otis. He was just picking up every single bug going at nursery, so it felt a little bit like he had been like in nursery for a week and then out for 2 weeks and then in and out, just because he was getting so ill all the time. So anyway, we had a really brilliant Christmas. He was in good health. We went away to Centre Parks in the UK, and we had a really awesome time. This was just before Christmas, so we had this really cool, like really festive, exciting break. And they had a Santa's workshop there, so we visited Santa for the first time and went to the swimming pool loads, and he loved it and he's getting so confident with the water. So that was magic to see. I mean, he threw some pretty epic tantrums when we were there, so we could be found scooping him up off of the floor, kicking and screaming for apparently no reason. So that wasn't fun, but overall there were some really like magic family moments. Watching the fireworks as well. They had a really cool fireworks display, and it was Otis's first fireworks that he'd been to, and seeing his little face just literally just light up. I don't think he blinked once. He was just glued to this. He loved it. So that was really awesome as well. So yeah, we've had a pretty good time of things. Of course he's gone back to nursery, has a little bit of a cold now, so we're getting back to reality now, unfortunately. I shouldn't say that. We're getting back to reality. But good things to come this year, so putting my positive face on. So thank you so much for watching anyway, guys. Sorry I've just waffled on the whole way through. And I will be back again really soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!